Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Denbies Wine Estate. Thank you for coming to help us celebrate the achievements of volunteers across the South East region. My name is James de Vivno. I'm the chair of the South East Regional Council, and I'm here together with my fellow councillors, Stuart Horswood, Kay Reynolds, Sue Slade, and Paul Wood, who covers the road running. It's a great pleasure this evening to see volunteers from across the region get recognised. Tonight we're excited to reward some of our unsung heroes and hear about the people that allow us to have competitions, training and club events. This year's awards have included a live vote in both the Club of the Year and Community Project of the Year categories. Thank you to everyone who voted. Nationally, we've had over 9,000 votes across these two categories. Tonight we're celebrating the successes of volunteers who have been invited to Denbies Wine Estate, and I'd personally like to thank everyone who's playing a part across the South East. Personally, I'm very happy that we chose this venue, and I hope you've enjoyed the food. There is actually a dessert course coming later on in a short interval, but I wanted to have a venue that is central to the region. It's a huge region stretching all the way from Kent to Oxfordshire, but also including the Isle of Wight and the Channel Islands. So having somewhere that's sort of easy to get to, setting aside the sort of the traffic on the M25 is quite a challenge. But it's also, I mean, in previous years we've had this event in sort of in a club room at by the track. So actually it's a little bit more sort of glamorous, and it reflects, a special occasion to reward and for you guys to remember the award winners, to remember this as a special evening. So a couple of points to cover before we just some housekeeping. There isn't a fire alarm scheduled, so if you do hear the fire alarm, if you could make your way out following the fire escape exit signs. And toilets, if instead of coming through this door, if you could go out through the back and via the left and left again to get to the toilets. This event is being live streamed, so friends and family can watch online, but you'll also be able to watch it afterwards on the England Athletics YouTube channel. And if you could put your phone on mute, that would be helpful so we don't have any interruptions. The bar is actually staying open during the evening, so do feel free to sort of order some more drinks from the bar. And this year, one other point I have to raise is that this year the awards are in an effort for sustainability. I'll show you one of these awards. Are actually made very sustainably from wood and so on. So it's part of England Athletics' overall sustainability sort of efforts. One thing I'd like to say just about, so I'd mentioned my fellow councillors on the South East Regional Council. We're very much, we're part of the athletics community. We're like you. We are coaches, we're officials, we're volunteers. And there are only 4 of us at the moment and really want to hear your views. So do get in touch with us. You can see our details on the England Athletics website. We want to hear about any issues that affect you or your club, so that these can be fed back to the senior leadership team at England Athletics, so things can be changed if necessary. So without further ado, I will hand over to Chris Jones, who's CEO of England Athletics. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Thank you, councillors in the South East region. It's wonderful to be here this evening. I think the South East is our largest geographical region, one of 9 English regions, and of course home to some of the most historic, prestigious track and field and off-track clubs and running groups across England. You produce some wonderful athletes, and none of that would be possible without the work of volunteers. Across England, we're delighted to be able to support and service a sport that is around 175,000 strong in terms of registered athletes, from as young as the 4- and 5-year-olds up to those in their late 80s into their 90s. 1,450 member clubs, 350 member bodies, 3,500 run together leader-led groups, providing opportunities for around 230,000 social runners. Of course, I know there are some road race adjudicators in the room as well. We licence around 3,500 off-track multi-terrain events every year, and none of that would be possible without the work of volunteers. Around 21,000 coaches, coaching assistants, leaders, around 4,000 technical officials. We need more. We need to build the base, broaden the base, deepen the base. But you are exemplars and role models and inspirers for the next generation coming through of volunteers. So we're delighted to be here this evening. Gary's here as chair of the England Athletics Board, myself as CEO, the staff of England Athletics. Delighted to be here. And of course, it's been a wonderful year for our sport in Paris, the Olympics, Paralympics. Some wonderful performances by English athletes. Of course, we're all looking forward now with excitement to the Commonwealth Games in 2026 in Glasgow, and of course the European Track and Field Championships in Birmingham in 2026. So action-packed year that's going to be. And of course, some of the athletes coming through our Youth, Junior, Senior Talent Programme in England will have eyes firmly fixed on those as dates that they could aspire to. And we saw, obviously, it was wonderful to see young athlete Phoebe Gill perform for Great Britain and Northern Ireland in Paris, and there are many more that are coming through the pathway with such aspiration. But again, getting back to the purpose of this evening, none of that would be possible without your efforts. So everyone who's been nominated for an award this evening, congratulations. Thank you for everything that you do. Hopefully you'll keep...
recognises a qualified coach who has demonstrated their ongoing passion and commitment for coaching athletics and/or running within a voluntary capacity over the last 12 months. So firstly, our runner-up. This coach, along with another coach, stepped in and took on the junior endurance section at Southampton AC when the previous coach became unable to continue. This coach has continued to coach this additional group, and by following the long-term athlete development model, these young athletes are showing success and improvement as they progress through the club. So your runner-up is... to Peter, we just have a few images to show you.
Not of me, I hope.
Yeah, there are a few. You're not getting away that easy.
No.
So before you escape, the citation that I read out, that obviously we've been given by your nominees, and the pictures we've all seen, suggests that what you're doing is successful. I saw awards and things in the picture. I don't know if they're for you or your athletes, but whatever you're doing is successful. So what's your biggest success of a coach to date?
Well, there are many different levels. You obviously saw the Mohammed brothers there, who I coached from a junior through to senior international and European medals. So in that respect, probably those two are my best successes. But I've had other ones previously, and hopefully I'll have some in the future as well.
Hopefully. So what's made it successful, getting them from juniors to sort of European status?
It really is getting them to buy into your philosophy on coaching and athletics. If they prepare to do the hard work, if they're talented and they don't put in the hard work, they probably won't make it. But if they're talented and they work hard, then they've got every chance to make a success.
Fantastic. I'm a coach myself, so I'll make sure I tell my athletes that.
Good,
Okay, super. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thanks again.
Thank you. I think you need to stand here for Okay, so thank you. Congratulations to Peter. I'm now going to announce or give you a short biograph of the winner of this category. So this coach is fantastically knowledgeable in the sport of endurance running and has a wonderfully engaging manner when dealing with children that he coaches. That allows him to tailor the sessions that suit such a broad range of abilities whilst remaining challenging but fun. His commitment to the club's junior section at Reigate Priory AC is truly inspiring. So the winner is there is David Mills. If we watch the video and then you want to come up.
Dave Mills has been the Reigate Priory Athletics Club junior endurance coach since 2010. His contribution to the club has been immense. He coaches 4 sessions a week in all weathers. He has a great sense of humour and a wonderful ability to establish a rapport with his athletes. He currently has 2 talented athletes on the England Athletics Youth Talent Pathway. Let's hear what Lila and Sam have to say about Dave's contribution to their success.
Hi, my name's Lila Unwin and I think Dave deserves this award because when I was 12 he helped me get into running by spotting me in a cross-country race, and ever since then I've been training with him and at Reigate Priory Athletics Club, and he's really helped me and lots of others. During lockdown he always come out training and he's always there if we just want to do like extra training or session, and he's helped me go to Youth Talent Club, the Youth Talent Programme and British Champs, and he's an overall lovely person, so I think he deserves the award.
Dave deserves this award more than anyone else. He goes above and beyond for every athlete, whether that's travelling the country, coaching and spectating at big events, or the countless hours he dedicates to the sport. It's due to this that myself as an athlete and many other athletes have been able to progress and enjoy the sport so much. Dave truly is one in a kind and an asset to the sport.
Okay, so sounds like a wonderful coach to me. But it also sounds, from what you've heard on the video, that you put a huge amount of time and effort into your coaching. So I heard 4 sessions a week, extra coaching when it's necessary, travelling around the country to support your athletes, etc., etc. So what do you personally get out of coaching?
I think working with the young athletes, it's their achievements. I mean, it's so rewarding to see, like the 2 that were on there that got to the Youth Talent Programme, but ones that pick up medals and also the ones that maybe they're never going to get a medal, but they love the training and they go and do some competitions and they improve. So really it's just seeing their development and the success that comes along with that.
They love the training?
Mostly, yes, I'd say they do. They do.
Well, that's fantastic. I see you coach athletes on the Youth Talent Programme, as you've mentioned. What does that programme bring to you and to your athletes?
I think it's the ability for them to mix with their peers, but also to go up to Loughborough and have some of the top coaches in the country input into their development. And also it helps me. We get an awful lot of feedback comes through. I think there's a webinar coming up shortly about the 2nd year they're on. So we learn a lot as coaches too from it.
Fantastic. And if you could share one nugget of advice to other coaches that might be in the room or watching on live stream who may aspire to be as successful as you as a coach, what would that be?
I think it would just be, it's all about the athlete. So it's really spotting the talent and knowing what's best for the athlete. Isn't always it's going to be what you're coaching, but just think about what's best for them.
Super, sounds like good advice for me. Thank you very much and congratulations.
So I've got the honour of presenting the Community Project of the Year Award. This category provides affiliated clubs, run-together clubs and associated partners a platform to highlight the impact they are having on their community. This is the first year that the first and second place were identified through a live vote. So I think that's lovely. So let's meet the two shortlisted projects. So that's Reading Joggers and Farnham Running Club. Fareham, sorry. Yes, that was road relays at the weekend, yeah, for Farnham. Before we announce who came first and second in the Community Project of the Year category, we've got a couple of videos from each of the clubs to highlight the community projects.
The Food Bank Run is brilliant. It's bringing the community together, and the last few years it's just shown how much the community comes together to help others. So yeah, just brilliant.
The Food Bank Run should win the Community Project of the Year because it's such an amazing initiative. It started off locally and now it's all over the country and it's helping so many people.
The Food Bank Run is one of the best projects that's come out. This club has just evolved that Food Bank Run. Is helping so many people who are in desperate need of food in these hard times. And the good thing is all the running clubs have come together to support this, and it has been one of the best projects out there.
I believe the Food Bank Run should win the Community Project of the Year because it's been going on for a number of years. The club love it, and then lots of running clubs around the country are copying it, and we're giving something back to the community, and it feels good to do.
Everyone's giving up their time, running with rucksacks to donate food and other items to those in the local community. It's fun, it helps others, and it's just amazing.
Should win the Community Project of the Year because it's been going on for a number of years. The club love it, and then lots of running clubs around the country are copying it, and we're giving something back to the community, and it feels good to do.
Everyone's giving up their time, running with rucksacks to donate food and other items to those in the local community. It's fun, it helps others, and it's just amazing.
So, in second place, Reading Joggers. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You seem to do some very good work. So I was wondering, how do you choose your project each year? Do you have a vote? Is it connected to someone in the club?
On this occasion, it was connected to someone in the club, so we asked for volunteers or suggestions from club members, and one of the members used to be a teacher at that school, so he proposed Brookfield School, and it was accepted, and we spent the year raising money for them.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
How do you raise the money? Do you have, is it through athletics or?
There was
otherwise?
a bit of that.
Yeah,
obviously people get sponsored doing events. We had a quiz night, which raised a significant amount of money. But we also did other things like did some gardening for them.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just about raising money, it was about helping them with time and trying to help them do what they need to do for the children at Brookfields.
which is lovely. Time is sometimes as important as money.
Absolutely, yeah.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so the winner is Fareham Running Club. Congratulations, you clearly do a lot of good work. How do you collect the food? Do you collect it yourselves or do people donate it?
Well, the idea is that running clubs and athletics clubs actually do it themselves, and they sort out a food bank run for themselves for their local community. And so it's the running community helping the local community, and already we've spoken to people that know about the food bank run. So if you've done a food bank run, then thank you as well, because actually it went so much bigger than I ever thought it would.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea. I know our club actually do it once a year at Christmas, and I hadn't heard, I think last year was the first time they did it, so I thought it was a lovely idea at the time, so it's really nice to meet the people who have instigated, so very well done. So how many people, your club, how many people do you donate to?
I can talk to that. We started the Food Bank Run 2018, and we just decided to fill up rucksacks and just run to the local church. There was about 50 runners that night, with 50 rucksacks full of tins, toiletries, all those sorts of things, and there was one Ford Estate to take those bags back to the food bank from the church. It wasn't quite enough. What the Food Bank Run is a lesson in taking an idea and having faith in it and just getting out and doing it, not asking for permission to do it. And the sole responsibility for the success of 300,000 meals being delivered last year through the running community internationally, driving food bank runs in their community, lies at Sarah's door. Because instead of asking and waiting for permission to do it, she sat at her desk, she got on the phone, and she got on a computer and sent emails to every club up and down the land without question, without failing, and without missing one, to ask them to do their own run. And that's why it's such a success, and it's all down to her perseverance.
Congratulations. It's a wonderful idea. Very well done.
Hello again. Our next category is newcomer to volunteering. This category recognises the efforts and achievement of a new volunteer within an England Athletics affiliated club. To be eligible for this award, the person has to be new to volunteering either within the sport or within their club within the last 3 years. Our runner-up is from Reading Joggers, who we've just heard about in the Community Project of the Year award. This volunteer is described as very kind, thoughtful and loyal. She is very encouraging, helpful and supports her fellow runners, whether it's cheering them on or asking them how they're getting on with the sport. She is also very enthusiastic and offers to help the coaches with the setting up and ahead of sessions. She always offers help with any events and is very acknowledging of other runners. This is demonstrated not just face-to-face, but also on our social media group too, where she continually praises individuals. And your runner-up is? Now let's see a few images to see Samantha in action. So, Samantha, tell us what first inspired you to get involved with volunteering.
Well, I unfortunately had a surgery in February and wasn't allowed to run for a few months. And rather than feel sorry for myself, I thought it was my opportunity to give something back to the club because I've got so much out of the club, which I will be forever in debt of over the past 22 years. So I took that opportunity to start that then.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. It looks like a really exciting and supportive club to be involved with. Yes. What sort of events do you do?
I've done marathons, ultra marathons, 10K, 10 miles. Yes, I've been running for 40 years.
Oh, fantastic.
But I wouldn't be the runner that I am today if it wasn't for Reading Joggers. So it's just, I could never match what they've given me. I could never match that in giving volunteering work back to them.
And what would you say to encourage other people to get into volunteering in the sport?
It's your opportunity to say thank you. I feel if you volunteer, you get a lot more out of volunteering as opposed to actually doing the running. Helping, I was once a newbie, helping the new ones to come up and do the running and hopefully make them the athletes that we've got around us today. It's just mind-blowing. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll just now hand over your award.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done. And now the winner of the New Coming to Volunteering Award is a volunteer at Epsom and Ewell Harriers. This volunteer has been described as a powerhouse. She has consistently tackled her responsibilities with unwavering dedication and initiative, requiring minimal supervision. Not only has she looked after our members and visitors with refreshments, she has helped bring significant income into the club's funds. Her exceptional work ethic and proactive approach have truly set her apart, making her an invaluable asset to the club. And your winner is... Let's now see a short video from Sophie's clubmates and see what she's been up to.
We'd like to thank Sophie for giving a very generous time, helping with the refreshments when studying for her A-levels. What have we got to say, guys? And Sophie's very generous efforts help raise funds for our club, and that helps us buy some fantastic equipment. Thank you, Sophie.
Hi Sophie, on behalf of Epsom and Ewell Harriers, I think you've received a volunteer award, which is absolutely fantastic for the hard work that you've been putting into this club, and I believe you've been really busy making lots of refreshments, selling lots of goodies and sweets to keep all the runners happy and energised and ready to run this stuff. Thank you. You're very welcome.
What have you got to say to Sophie?
Thank you!
As well as volunteering, Sophie also enjoys competing for our club. Go Sophie!
Thank you, Sophie!
So, Sophie, how do you manage to fit it all in? You're studying for your A-levels, you're doing athletics, and you're volunteering and helping at the coach. How do you find time?
I think the volunteering is really good to take a break from the studying, to just go out and meet people, because studying is a lot of being on your own.
Yes, I understand that. What subjects are you doing, by the way?
Maths, physics.
Right, and further maths, I guess. Yes.
And further maths, yes.
And what do you hope to do at? Do you hope to go on to university?
Yes, I'm going to study physics at university.
Oh, wow. Well, good luck with that, and I hope that you manage to continue with your athletics at university. What's one thing that we're always trying to encourage more volunteers to join the sport? What would you say to other young people of your age to encourage them to get into volunteering?
I think there's always something that you can do. So even if you don't feel that you can coach or you don't have the qualifications in that way, there is always a role in the club that you might not have thought of before, but there is something that you can do to help out.
I think these are really wise words, actually, and hopefully will encourage more people to join, and more young people especially. Okay, congratulations, Sophie. I'll just hand you over your award now. I'll now hand over to Barry Hopkins to present the Club of the Year award.
So the next category, as you can see, is the Club of the Year award. So clubs were obviously shortlisted this year, and we explored the key achievements, the member experience provided, and obviously looked at club standards and that kind of thing as well. And new for this year, this also went to the public vote. So we saw lots of clubs across the whole country, as well as in the southwest, out there via social media, via their various club outlets, trying to get that support. So let's meet the three shortlisted clubs. So you see Basingstoke and Midhants AC, Fairham Running Club and Thanet Road Runners AC. So rather than me telling you how fantastic they are, because all three clearly are brilliant, we've got some short videos here which will tell you a bit more.
I'm really proud to be involved with such a great team. My coaches and other volunteers are passionate about developing talent, whatever age, whatever ability. And we're committed to improving the way we do things, helped by England Athletics guidance, governance, communication, consulting our members and delivering what they need. What makes our club so special?
The coaches are really enthusiastic and they always encourage us to do our best. You make lots of friends.
There's always great turnout at league matches.
You don't get laughed out.
Everyone wants everyone to do well.
It's really fun. The club's like a family. You work as a team.
My coach is very committed. He even turned up to support me in Birmingham at the English schools.
Our officials are great, top class. I feel really valued.
It's not too pushy. It's just a sort of happy atmosphere.
Athletics is essentially about individuals getting the best out of themselves. What we do is to work together to get the best out of ourselves individually and as a great community.
I think Fairham should win Club of the Year because it's super friendly, it's for everyone, it's given me so much the last few years, so yeah, definitely the best club around. So it's given me a chance to improve my training, meet new people, help others, and yeah, as a community it's just for everyone, from everywhere, for every ability, so yeah, brilliant.
Fairham Running Club is an amazing club. We have so many volunteers for all around the country, different park runs. All the different training sessions are so varied and everyone is so kind and friendly there, they're really welcoming.
It is a fun, community-filled family that enables everyone to have fun, get better in themselves, whether that be physically, mentally. It brings everyone together, it creates a family. It's helped me and my family through some very hard times when I was ill and when I lost my wife, and it is a great big bunch of friends.
To me, it means everything. It's given me so many opportunities, opened so many windows. They're the most supportive and the best running club in the South Coast.
I think Fareham Running Club should win Club of the Year because it's very inclusive, friendly, they have super captains, super groups, and every week they've got lots of different activities going on and very inclusive.
It's quite an easy bunch of people to get on with, great camaraderie, and there's no better way to get out and get running amongst some people. Much more energetic than doing it yourself around the streets, and there's so much on offer. We can go running around the tracks, running out on the beaches and all the local area around here. Also a fantastic kids setup here at Thanet Road Runners, which helps because I can drag my kids along to it, or they can drag me along. But either way, there's such a great camaraderie and it's great to make new friends.
I joined Thanet Road Runners probably about 9 months ago, just to get back into running, get the community feel, and love track Mondays, track Wednesdays and Thursdays with the hills and track sessions. It's great to get back and running. I think it's nice to be with such a wide variety of people, and it doesn't matter how fast you go, how slow you go, it's just a nice relaxed atmosphere.
We're all different abilities, but that's the great thing about the club. You come and you join in, and it doesn't matter if you're fast or slow, no one makes you feel bad, everyone makes you feel included, and it's just great fun. It's a lovely community to be part of, and yeah, I'm so glad I've joined. It's been brilliant.
Well, there we go. The votes were cast. I'm sure they were independently verified, weren't they, Kirsty? Absolutely. So, in third place this year, Midhants AC. So congratulations, third place there. We saw a lot in the video there where you're talking about family, inclusivity. We saw some para runners in there. Do you think that's perhaps some of the secret of what the club is all about?
I think it's the breadth of the community, both on the athletics side and my colleagues here from the committee and the other post holders that we have. It's the range of people that you bring together, which makes a great club.
And I guess the challenge is with so many abilities is integrating all the different sections together.
It is. The real secret is communication. You can have a club like ours where you have fiefdoms, people with their own power, their own little sub-communities, if you like. And the secret of a club like ours and its success is getting those people to work together to produce a cohesive whole in service to the athletes.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. So in second place in the South East Club of the Year, so obviously we heard a little bit earlier about your food runs and the food bank, but what else is it that makes your club special, do you think?
I think, I don't want to mirror what a lot of other people have said and a lot of cliches. I think being inclusive, being welcoming are standards that every club should have. I think they're fairly a reasonably achievable bar. I think really to push it into a community to the next level, you need to foster. Literally, you need to foster that. You need to foster a community. You need to delegate. You need to play to people's strengths. You need to employ the best coaches. You need to have amazing welfare officers. You need to know when to delegate, which is what I had to learn a number of years ago, to let go. And ultimately, what you need to do is you need to create a social environment that I believe fosters that strength in numbers that helps people through really, really difficult, through dark times. It's a massively overused cliche, particularly within running clubs of road running, but also within athletics clubs, I assume. that the running is possibly the least important thing. I think the most important thing is nurturing that and nurturing a safe environment for people to be able to train in, but for people to, I've seen in 21 years, I've seen people start families, I've seen people get married, I've seen people have kids, I've seen people go through things together, and they're stronger the other side of it, purely because we set up a community group.
That's fantastic. I think you've got it in one there. Congratulations. Here we are. We have a question from you. So, having said all that, that's a lot to do. How do you fit all that into in a club?
We just listen. I think you said it in one of your other slides about making the athlete key. We're making the runners key. So we always talk to our runners. What do they want from the sessions? What do they need? How can we be as inclusive and diverse as we can? But everything that we do is because we want them to be safe and enjoy and have fun in running. And that's what we enjoy about our running, and we want to just pass that on to others, which creates a community.
Brilliant. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so now we come to Club of the Year, first place for the South East region. Looks like.
I prepare.
It looks like you've been making some notes there.
Not because I thought we'd won, but because I'm that kind of person. I like to plan, and if I've got to say something, I'd rather plan what I'm going to say. So I brought it up with me, if that's okay.
Of course, yeah. So Thanet Road Runners AC, for those of people who perhaps don't know where Thanet is on the east coast of Kent, down in the Ramsgate, Margate area, and obviously a diverse community in that area. So how do you cope with there's such a wide variation of population there?
Yeah, I think we've got excellent people around us. It's all about the volunteers, which is why we're here, isn't it? So we've got fantastic run leaders, excellent welfare officers, great social media, and a very supportive and inclusive club. I think it's hard to pick one word that sums us up, but I think inclusivity and welcoming is key, isn't it? So.
And we saw in the video there, you've got quite a mixed bag of sessions that you do there. We saw people running up the hills. We saw people down at the track. How do you deal with all the disciplines together and draw that training plan together?
We do have quite a wide variety of sessions for what's the word I'm trying to think of, like miles, that you can, so different run leaders run different sessions, so it appeals to people and people feel, that it is a club for all, and really practice what we preach, really. We say we're a club for all when we really are, so.
Definitely, certainly a club for all, and I do know you as a club, and therefore I do know that the club's been going how many years?
40 years.
40 years, and in 40 years you're the first, and this is definitely something to be applauded, you're the first female chair of the club.
I am.
How special does that make you feel that you were chosen as the chair, being the first female? What's your legacy going to be?
Gosh, a good one. I feel immensely privileged, honoured. I'm not the greatest, fastest runner, but I am full of encouragement, motivation, and I hope that I can inspire people and truly, make it running for all. And I think that's where we're heading. That's the legacy I want to leave, is a club that literally, all abilities, everyone feels confident to come along, because it's scary to go to running. So that's my legacy, I hope.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Thanet Road Runners AC. And obviously, whilst the photo's being taken place, you'll be pleased to know that it's now dessert time. So we've got a brief 10-minute break so that you can have your dessert. So if you want more drinks from the bar, obviously the toilet's out there as well. So we'll be back in just under 10 minutes' time.
see I've done this before. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start, for those of you that don't know, my background is that I used to teach catering. So could you put your hands together to congratulate the caterers for everything? So, the next award is Club Leader of the Year. And for this award, it's recognised the efforts and achievements of a club leader. So, the runner-up has been awarded as a volunteer for outstanding leadership. The volunteer has worked effectively with committee to achieve the 7 club standards and for the club to improve its coaching offer, and has taken the lead role in reviving the club's risk assessment, promoting awareness of defibrillation in the area where they run and also in their club sessions. The volunteer is a highly respected member of their local community. And our runner-up we're going to see her. With a feeling.
Last few years I've battled with a lot of injuries, but I'm still there.
Good. So, has that injuries meant that you've been giving more behind the scenes in the club and things like that?
It has meant that I've had more time to do more behind the scene.
And you get a lot of enjoyment out of that, I take
I get
it?
a lot of enjoyment out of it. I've worked with some wonderful people on my committee who I've supported them and they've supported me.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And now we move on to the winner. So, this volunteer inspiring leader whose passion for athletics shines throughout everything she does. She is a strong leader who is well respected within the club members and on her committee. She leads by example by coaching at the front, continue to improve her own coaching skills and encouraging our other coaches to follow suit by organising expert coaches to visit the island. The club is very lucky to have such a talented lady with a huge skill set as our leader. She really brings the whole club together with her positive energy. And the winner is... We're going to see a short video of Rebecca's.
On your marks.
Rebecca is an inspirational leader whose passion for athletics shines through everything that she does.
Rebecca has recently overseen a modernisation of the club, securing funding for us to get a new photo finish kit as well as electronic starting gun. And this has had the benefit of bringing forward new officials to support the club and puts us in a good stead for running competitions in the years to come. Rebecca individually oversaw and project managed the development of a new gym facility down at FB Fields. And now we have a large space that benefits from state-of-the-art equipment which athletes from all abilities can use all year round to support their their training. Rebecca has organised loads of competitions which given us the opportunity to compete against some really high standard athletes. I think Rebecca should earn this award because she's worked really, really hard for the club. It's not an overnight job. She's taken her time up and she's done it all herself. She's also looked after athletes, not even from her own group, but other groups as well, so she's got a really, really lovely, caring personality. Storm Kieran hit the islands in the UK very hard last year, and the track at FB Fields was adversely affected. Rebecca led us through a period of uncertainty by finding alternative training venues and arrangements, while negotiating with the government a speedy return to our original home.
We're so lucky to have her as chairman of our club, so thank you.
Well done, Rebecca, on your nomination.
Well, Rebecca, you've obviously been kept very busy.
Yeah, it's been a busy year, particularly as the guy said in the video with the we lost a lot of equipment we had a mini tornado come through the track, so we've spent some time trying to source that and get the club back to functioning as it should.
Well, that must have taken an awful lot of hard work, and getting funding in these day and ages is not easy.
No, we're lucky. A lot of it was an insurance job, so that was good. But yeah, I couldn't do it without the committee. I don't do it on my own. You know, very kind words that the guy said, but a lot of those people there are also on the committee, and we do it together. We all do it together. Yeah.
Well, this is a very well-deserved award.
So I've come up to present the contribution to athletics and running, which is actually sponsored by one of our EA partners, Sports Shoes. So the winner also receives a £50 Sports Shoes voucher. So this category provides competition providers, affiliated clubs, run together groups and associated partners a platform to highlight the athletics and running opportunities that are provided through voluntary organisations and individuals. Our runner-up in this category, this volunteer has built up a positive and sporting relationships with all of the girls in her squad. She works tirelessly and often with little recognition to give the girls opportunities that they might not have had without all her hard work. She has ensured that she has created long-term relationships with her athletes so they know the support is there. Got some photos. Well done. So obviously in the citation in there, there's this girls squad that you oversee. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about them?
I actually I work in a school which were girls, but I also team manage the Buckinghamshire athletics schools team and the county team and boys as well. But mainly, I think this is for Bucks. I do the girls team, so I've been doing it for 20 years now, and I just love it.
Wow. So you say you love it. What keeps you going back? 20 years is quite a while.
I really don't know. I just love watching the girls run. I love just going to watch. I just love supporting them. I like meeting them 20 years down the line. I meet them up and talk to them and see how they're getting on. I'm just passionate about athletics, especially cross country. Bit of a sadist, I think.
Brill. Well done.
Thank you.
So the winner is a regular volunteer at all of our club events with setting up as well as dismantling, and always takes the time to pass the time of day and have a chat if time allows. Having him in the club is very reassuring, as nothing is too much trouble. He works quietly behind the scenes, getting things organised and sorted. He is a leader without being a leader, as the other members in the club follow his example and volunteer to help out. This would be a wonderful opportunity to say thank you for all that he does, but I know he doesn't do it for the accolade, and he's one of a kind. Our winner is...
Martin, chair of Red Way Runners. Steve's a great guy. He's on the committee. He looks after all the club equipment, and he also looks after all the Red Way Runners events in the club, including MK24, Beat the Barge, and all our 5 events.
So Steve is, I class him as a friend as well as a good volunteer. He has been so encouraging. He's at every event. He encouraged me to do the MK24.
Steve does an invaluable job for Red Way Runners. One of the things he does is lead our MK24 planning group. He works tirelessly to make this a fantastic event and raise an incredible amount of money every year for our club charity of the year.
Hi, Steve's fabulous for the club, for Red Way Runners. He does all the event organising, sets all the dates, does all the admin, so it makes it a lot easier for us girls on the ground doing all the work.
Okay, Steve Scott. Well, he's an all-round great guy. He's a great supporter of the club. In particular, he looks after our events and he manages all of our equipment store.
Congratulations. I guess my first question, what's more difficult, running the events or keeping a track of all the kit?
Well, the easiest thing would be killing that lot for a start. Yeah, keeping hold of the kit and equipment is really difficult. You know, we have a massive storage lockup where the equipment's kept. Just trying to keep it in good order, keep it clean, tidy, dry. Anything that's broken needs replacing. It's a massive job. All the other things I do in the club, the volunteering, I wouldn't be able to do with some of those guys that you saw in the video. Martin, the chairman, is very supportive. I kill him as well. But yeah, it's hard work, but it's worthwhile.
I think that justifies that bottom comment on there. So your events, you organise quite a few.
Yes.
They raise quite a bit of money for charity. Do
Yes.
you want to tell us a little bit more about them?
Yeah, we've raised over the years in excess of £80,000 for various charities, normal local ones. Last year we raised just over £10,000 for the Thames Valley Air Ambulance, who were called out tragically to assist one of our runners who collapsed and passed away on one of the events last year. This year the charity of the year is Action for Youth. We're very keen on looking after the youth of the area. The MK24 that you saw on the clip that I organised, we actually raised just over £5,500 on that this year, which will go to the charity. And all the other events that we do will raise money, and we're hoping that we beat the 10,500 we did last year.
Well, good luck with that. 10,500 is quite a lofty target to get to. But thank you, because you obviously do a lot there for the club. So thank you on behalf of everyone.
Thank you very much indeed.
Make sure I get the up-to-date notes. Now we turn to Inspiring Official of the Year. And as you may see here, this is slightly different. I'll run through it explaining. The award celebrates excellence across officiating. This could be for service to the sport for many years, the dedication and commitment an individual has shown to progress through the officiating pathway, officiating at major competitions, or an official who has gone above and beyond. To be eligible, the nominee must hold a valid official's licence level 1 or higher. And this is where it is slightly different this time. And before I do say that, by the way, these awards were not decided by us in the county. We switched with other counties. So the ones doing the judging had no idea who the people were. So they did it on merit and the submission. The multiple winners, a key focus of the award was to recognise the achievement of officials who enable competition to happen each and every week, quite often several times a week. Rather than focusing on a winner and runner-up, we wanted to explore the achievement of multiple officials who are truly dedicated to officiating. The panel, I'm not sure which part, I think it was London, highlighted 3 outstanding officials who are our joint winners. The first winner, John, X for now, is a level 4 field official. He was technical manager for the British Championships indoors, a member of the technical team for the World Indoors, Commonwealths and Worlds, World Paras and the Paralympics and Olympic Games. He is the person to go to when dealing with technical aspects of the sport and is always happy to share his knowledge. The second winner, Donna Y, is a level 4 timekeeper, level 2 photo finish and level 1 endurance official. She is an invaluable asset to the South East region and the sport at large due to her extensive involvement and support for officials locally and beyond. She is frequently found on the track most weekends, contributing to a wide range of events from club and league matches to county, regional and national championships, including UK and televised events. Our third winner, it says Elizabeth here, but everybody knows her as Liz, as a level 4 field judge, level 2 endurance and level 1 starter's assistant and an active coach. She embodies the ideal athletics official with her positive attitude, engaging demeanour, hard work and dedication to the sport. She manages to balance these commitments with a full-time job, highlighting her exceptional dedication and passion for athletics. Your 3 winners are all equal. Barrington Smith and Liz Flitcroft. Before they come up to the stage to be presented with their awards, let's watch a short video about them.
John's one of those people you don't see often in life, but when he talks about athletics, you stop and listen, and you take in everything he says and work on what it is to give the athlete and other officials the best experience they can get.
Donna has always encouraged everyone to do the best, whether it is as an athlete, an official or in their wider lives. She has taught me to always put myself forward and never have to live with any regret for not doing so. She has always set a great example to others. No matter how bad things are, she puts a smile on her face, and I know there are times when she really doesn't feel like smiling, and approaches the day and everyone with positivity. No matter how tough times become, and Donna has lived through far more difficulties than most of us could imagine, Donna is determined to give every task her best shot. It may result in a medal or just a lot of fun, but she always comes away from each experience glad that she has tried. Donna truly is the most inspirational person I know.
Liz Flitcroft is a very worthy nominee for the Regional Aspiring Official of the Year. Liz is an excellent field judge. She's got 4 children who are also field judges. They make a formidable team when they're all together. Liz does a lot of work at Basingstoke and Midhants Athletics Club, coaches the youngsters, looks after the officials, manages their meetings and does everything to the highest possible standards. She's a level 4 field judge. She's done South of England appointments for people. She's always been approachable, very good sense of humour, quite happy to mentor people at all levels, and really she's one of the stalwarts of Hampshire athletics, and what would we do without her? So I'd just like to say good luck, Liz, and hope you win.
Okay, could I ask the three to come forward, please? Do you mind if I start with ladies first?
Absolutely, carry on.
Donna,
Yes.
I heard a lot about you there. What is it that's brought you into athletics?
Well, I think like many officials, you either come in because you are an athlete or you come in because your child is an athlete.
Right.
And my daughter came into cross-country aged about 10, 11, and Reigate Priory Athletics Club were just starting up a junior section and needed a official. So I said, oh, I'll be an official. So I went down to Portsmouth, turned up, and they were doing lots of courses, and they said, what do you want to be? I said, an official. They said, yeah, but what do you want to be? I said, oh, an official. And they put me on timekeeping, and there I've been ever since, and loving it.
Any regrets?
Absolutely none. I've got friends up and down the country now because I travel around for the national meetings, and it's just an absolute joy.
Congratulations, anyway. You'll get your award in a minute when I sort out the match. Liz, not Elizabeth, Liz. I'm used to seeing you with your gang of 4 in tow. Where are they tonight?
Joe's in Yorkshire, and the other 3 at home.
Okay. But you normally travel everywhere, don't you, to competitions?
We go to a lot of places together. This last weekend we were up at the English Schools Combined Events as a gang of 5, enjoying ourselves greatly. As Donna said, it's just great fun being an official. Anyone out there can be official.
That's what I wanted to hear. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, do you remember when you started? What brought you into officiating?
Yeah. A geezer called Dave, my mentor, said I want someone to pick up the shot put for me. So that's how I started.
Just picking up the shot put after it was thrown?
And taking it back, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it led on from there.
Any regrets?
No, none.
I see that you've been at the Paralympics, Olympics. Were you involved in the last month or so?
Yes. Yeah, I was in Paris, yeah.
What were you doing?
You know the little cars that brings the implements back?
Oh, yes.
That was my job.
You were the driver.
Well, I wasn't the driver. Yeah, that's right. We trained the volunteers up to drive them back. So that was my, my friend got the contract, and he asked me to help out. So, yeah.
What was the highlight of everything you've done? Can you think of one thing that?
Duplantis has done he's done a lot of, broken the record quite a number of times. And on 3 occasions I've ratified it. And that to me is like amazing.
Yeah.
To be able to be there to see him do it.
He's in a world of his own, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. And to ratify the height is amazing.
Yeah.
But being an official we're there to ensure that it's a safe competition, and we're there for the athlete. Whether it's under 13s, under 11s or seniors, we're there to make it work for them.
For the athletes, always.
Always, absolutely.
Anyway, congratulations to you all.
Thank you.
Now, I've got to make sure I get the right award for each person. I do it left to right.
Thank you.
And now I'll pass over to Gary.
Right. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me okay at the back? Good. I finally succumbed to the fact that I need these glasses. I actually bought these today, so otherwise you wouldn't get any speech at all, I'm afraid. Right. I'm here to present the awards for services to athletics and running. The category is about recognising long-term outstanding service to the sport from an individual or group of individuals. There are 2 winners in this category, and the 2 individuals were identified, and I'll just literally give you a little bit of information about both. Our first winner's journey in athletics and running started in 1981. This volunteer's characteristic desire to serve, selflessness, creative thinking, and ability to inspire Lingfield Running Club and the wider running community make him worthy of this award, and is epitomised when one person commented at the 2024 London Marathon that people acknowledged how Gary had touched their running careers over the years. His desire to develop the club is critical. He has increased club run participation by finding new trail and road routes, including points of interest, and their famous pub run nights. Without him, LRC would not be in the strong position it is in today. Our second winner is a member of Alton Runners. He's inspired people both inside and outside the club to run and improve their running. He's raised money for charity and sponsored events. He's communicated club activities externally using local media and the club website. He's successfully organised road races and cross-country races. And he's led a very successful committee who have been instrumental in making changes at the club. The 2 winners are Before I get to ask them a couple of questions, I think we've got a video of both of you.
Gary deserves this prestigious award. Since competing in the inaugural London Marathon in 1981, Gary has tirelessly and willingly volunteered for a number of clubs in a wide range of voluntary roles. I think one of the key things that stands out about Gary's character is his humility. He really does put all club members and his joy of running at the centre of everything he does. We are really lucky at Lingfield Running Club to have Gary as our member, and he not only competes for us as an active runner still, but he also volunteers continuously in a wide range of different roles, and we are delighted to have him. Good luck tonight, Gary.
Gary's your perfect team player. He's always there if you need him. He'll always give you advice if you need it. Nothing is too much trouble for him. Everything gets done with a minimal fuss. Last night we had one of our Grand Prix races. Gary organised the whole event, sorted out all the timekeeping, all the handicapping, all the results. The results were available before half of us had got home. And that's only one of several that we've had through the year, all thanks to Gary.
What can I say about Gary? Spring by name, spring by nature.
Okay, well done everyone. Post uphill mile. Do we still all love Gary? Yeah!
Thanks for nominating me for this award. I took up running in 2004 and in 2006 I took part in the London Marathon. Since then I've taken part in 159 marathons and ultra marathons.
In 2013, Philip Disgrace took over from me as chair of Alton Runners and director of the Alton 10 mile and 10k races. He has proved a hard-working, capable and highly efficient successor.
Alton Runners have been staging the Alton 10 for more than 40 years. It's been a pleasure for Alton Lions to provide marshals for many of those years. During his 10-year stint as race director, it's been a privilege for Alton Lions to work with Phil.
Philip truly deserves this award. One of his many achievements includes founding the Chawton House Southern Cross Country League race, which draws 500 runners each year. Personally, he has inspired and motivated me in the role of co-race director, and thanks to his exceptional leadership skills, we are never short of volunteers.
Philip has been a valuable member of the coaching team for several years, leading training sessions on Tuesday evenings and social runs on Thursdays. So much so that one of the Thursday run groups has become known as the Phillips Group.
Right, Gary, if I could start with you.
Okay.
You clearly, from that video, you inspire lots of people within the club and in the community. What inspires you?
I think it's a challenge of getting people out to run. We have a lot of members, we don't see them all, and it's putting on activities that will make them come out, see that we're having fun, and want to be a part of it.
Brilliant. And Philip, can I ask you the same question? I mean, it's interesting, you're both very inspirational. What's your inspiration?
Just seeing people coming out, as Gary has said. We were a small group of runners when I joined the club, but now we've gone up to nearly 200 members. And it's great seeing people coming along to our pub nights and our social activities as well as the training nights. It's really, really nice.
And did you have a vision for what you would achieve when you started out, or has it just been incremental?
It's been incremental, really. When I first joined the club, I didn't think to myself I was going to become a member of the committee or anything, with at least being chairman. So, yeah, that's the biggest surprise, really.
And Gary, I've got a really important question for you. I was asked recently that Gary as a name is actually dying out. It's on its way out. And apparently that's because of a lack of inspirational role models. Do you think you will change that as a result of the scene?
Maybe locally, but nothing won't affect it, I don't think, no.
Okay. Congratulations, both.
Thank you.
Right, we now have our Room to Reward category, and as part of this year's Regional Volunteer Awards, we've a surprise for one of tonight's Regional Volunteer winners. Room to Reward will be rewarding one winner from each of the 9 Regional Volunteer Awards with a free hotel break. Before we announce the Room to Reward winner, let's watch a short video telling us more about Room to Reward.
Room to Reward is a unique charity created to say thank you to volunteers in the form of a short break. Our hotel partners, located all over the UK, donate breaks in their unsold rooms. Charities, community groups, grassroots sports clubs, any organisation that rely on volunteers to do what they do, nominate some of those volunteers for a well-earned break, and we make it happen. It's about giving those who give up so much time to help others the opportunity to take some time back for themselves. We are delighted to be supporting the England Athletics Volunteer Awards. It's amazing to see and hear and read about the incredible impact that all your volunteering efforts make. And we look forward to arranging some special experiences and well-earned breaks thanks to our wonderful hotel partners.
Right. So our regional panel actually had the unenviable task of selecting a regional winner. The standard of nominations, as you've seen tonight, has been very high. And it's clear why that's a challenging task. But they, after a lot of deliberation, they came to a clear winner. And I'm delighted to say this year's winner is John Askew.
Thank you.
The award is an envelope.
Oh, good.
But it does include the hotel.
That's lovely. Thank you very much.
A quick question for you, John. So, if you were talking to someone who was starting out in the sport today, what words would you give of advice to what they should do and how they should think about their role in athletics?
Whoa. Be kind to the athletes and the coaches, and just be as positive as possible when you're making, when you're making your decision on what the athlete has done. But just enjoy it. I love it. I love the sport, and just enjoy it.
Thank you very much, John. Congratulations. Right, well that's the end of the awards. I just wanted to say a few words. And actually, John's answer reflects what I was going to talk about. Actually, I at the weekend just gone, I had the good fortune to interview a guy called Ashish Advani. Ashish Advani has been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize 3 years on the trot in his role as CEO of Junior Achievement. And Junior Achievement is an organisation that globally helps people who are excluded from opportunities for education to get education, to get a start in life and an opportunity to realise their potential. And I asked him what was key in running an organisation that helps 17 million people a year realise opportunities for their future. And his comment was, we think about mindset as well as skill set. It's not just about teaching people the techniques, the statistics, the facts. It's about a positive mindset and about wanting to make a positive contribution to your community and ultimately to your world. And I think John's comment about being positive is absolutely right. All the evidence is if you're positive, you have a better effect on those around you. And those who are positive as coaches, as teachers, combined with those who are positive as runners or learners, succeed more. And if that is then added to a backdrop of energy givers in the sport as a whole or in education as a whole, then people survive and succeed even more again. And my observation is this room is full of energy givers. And I wanted to thank you for the energy that you give to those around you and to the communities that your clubs serve and thrive by being part of. I also want to thank the England Athletics team who not only support the infrastructure of this sport within this country, but do their best to support you in delivering to the communities that you're part of, but also delivering to yourselves the opportunity that comes with this sport. I personally am very proud of the role that we play in creating a society that is fairer, more supportive, and more fun to be part of. Thank you very much for this evening. Thank you, James, for inviting me, and to the team on the board within the region. The efforts and the work that you guys put in is huge, and often I don't think we recognise it ourselves. So thank you very much, and have a good evening. Thank you.